will be playing Queen's Wish, the Conqueror, the newest game from Jeff Vogel and Spiderweb Software. And I'm pretty excited. I like that one. Nice if there were more options here. Let's see. Well, I did play Avernum Escape from the Pit. It's the only Spiderweb game that I've played and completed before. And I seem to remember it not being too much of a challenge, so maybe I should go with that. The Empire of Haven rules a full eighth of the known world. Queen Sharon III rules Haven absolutely. Her oldest son will become king someday. Her oldest daughter is Sharon's sage and most trusted advisor. Queen Sharon III, mother. Queen Sharon III buys the loyalty of all these small nations she can reach if they refuse her. Haven is wealthy enough to pay armies to make them their vassals. But none of this concerns you. You have lived a life of comfort, hiding from the responsibilities and never threatening to crush you. You've had a peaceful life of decadence. You wish until today. What happened today? We hanging. The music stopped, that's what happened. Welcome to Queen's Wish. You have a long day ahead of you. First, you need to learn how to move around. Select a spot on the ground to walk there. Your older sister, Princess Delia, stands by the door watching you. She has on her best reassuring expression. Good morning, young princess. I'm sorry for disturbing you. It is almost noon. What's going on? Is something wrong? Our mother wishes to see you immediately. Get dressed and go to the throne room now. What's going on? I have no idea, she lies. No lying in bed all day for you, I'm afraid. Hurry out into the hall. On your way, she insists. What does she want? I would not presume to speak for our queen. I advise I don't order. Get going. Fine, I'm going. She steps to the side to watch you pass. She starts to say something, but then she stops. She looks sad. What is going on today? What's that doing? Okay. To open a door or a box, select it. Select the door in the west wall to open it. As you stumble out of your bedroom, the royal insignia of Haven slowly fades into being on the chest of your jerkin. This happens no matter what you wear, always, even when you don't want it to. Interesting. It's a fairly simple bit of magic worked on you and your siblings by your mother. She insists that you bear the crest of Haven everywhere you go, something about the mystique of the royal house. Try to open the door only to find that it is locked. But this makes no sense. No chambers are ever locked to you, except those of the queen herself. Alright. Another locked door. You have become an expert at finding ways to sneak out, yet somehow all of your regular escape routes have been blocked. Oh, so am I... Another locked door. So, has the queen anticipated that I would want to go dawdle around and has locked every door but the route to get to the throne room? Where am I headed? This is the dueling hall. For centuries, when a dispute could not be settled peacefully, lords and ladies of Haven came here to resolve arguments in the most final way. A man is waiting for you, and you are shocked to see your older brother, Prince Suitor. He is next in line to the throne, and he's almost never in Sharon's palace anymore. He has too much to do. The throne room is just ahead on the left. You groggily enter the dueling hall, hoping to get this ordeal quickly over with. Someone moves to stand in your way. It is your older brother, Prince Suitor, back from some war or other urgent business of Haven's empire. He walks up, gives you his standard hearty grin, and says, "Greetings, princess." Wait, you're here too? What's going on? Yes, Pineapple. All three of us are here. Delia, me, and Mother, and you. It promises to be quite a day. I hurried home as soon as Mother told me about the glorious event. He ignores the question. The aggravating grin is still on his face. He nods toward the box by the north wall. A demonstration, I suppose. All must take part. Your sword is in the box. Get it and ready it. I'll play along. He gives you the royal nod, the one he gives as a rare reward to underlings who perform well. You don't care. Just get the sword ready. Select the box. Get and equip the sword. Select it. Select your character. Equip an item. Select it. Then select where you want it to go. It'd be nice if that had drag and drop. This should really have some drag and drop. Suitor sees that the sword is ready. He laughs. Ha 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 ha! Well, Pineapple, let us see how useful your expensive education was. He clasps his hand. There is a puff of smoke in the center of the dueling hall. A moment later, a giant, horrible spider has appeared. As Suitor laughs heartily, the thing lunges towards you. Attack, select the space it's standing in. It's an ability, push the button. You're in combat, you and your foes will take turns. Each turn you get action points, moving and using abilities where items drains them. When you run out, your turn ends. Attack, select the space it's standing in. One of your abilities, press the usability button. Usability. I don't know what ability it is. Oh, it's okay. Alright. That one. Press the button to leave combat mode. You are victorious. Exit combat mode. Press the end left. After the battle, you can bandage your wounds in the future to heal. You need to make use in or return to. Sorry, Spider. I feel bad. Combat has ended. Sutra nudges the dead spider with his toe. Poor Spider. He's a jerk, sicking that spider on me. As you bandage your wounds, he says, "Not too bad, princess. Your education left you with some practical skills, I see." Bit crude for one of your pranks, Suitor. He laughs. "Ha ha ha! But the look on your face, priceless. My position as heir to the throne gives me so few amusements. Don't begrudge me one last little prank before you see mother. But enough delays, it is time." Hear a click from the west door. The door to the throne room awaits. You enter the throne room to find court is fully in session. Your mother sits ramrod straight on her customary stool. Guards surround her. They look at you with their customary disdain. The queen waves you forward. "Princess Pineapple, please, it is time for us to speak." Select a character to talk to it. Okay. The soldier stares straight ahead. The elite royal guards pretend to be statues unless they find a need to hand out sudden, horrifying violence. Oh, come on, none of them are gonna talk to me? Another locked door. Fine. You come before Queen Sharon, total monarch of the Empire of Haven and all of the lands that it owns, savior of your people and scourge of your foes, and your mother. As you come close, she gives you a tiny nod. Princess or not, custom demands that you kneel now. What do you want, mother? The royal guard becomes even more stiff and statue-like than usual, quietly shocked by this public display of insolence. Your mother isn't fazed, she's used to it. "Well, my young princess, there is a matter we need to discuss. It is important." "Don't you usually do your business with my brother and sister?" "Yes, too much, I have come to believe. Suitor and Delia are invaluable to me. Their happiness comes from knowing that they have value. You will now join the family. I am giving you a job." Why? "We have done you a disservice. I see now that you will only work as hard, be as strong as you are forced to be. You are, in other words, a normal person. This is no crime." Doesn't sound like that the way she says it. And I don't know. I think personally I might agree with her a little bit. Haven has bits of unfinished business waiting for us to have time and resources to tend to them. That time is now. Unfinished business. We had a valuable colony on the contingent of Sacramentum over the sea to the west. This colony was ruined in a great calamity. Strange forces destroyed our crops. Our vassal estates rejected us. Only a few of our people remain there, hungry and besieged. don't recognize the name. Haven only has wealth and power because of our vassal states and colonies. It is sad indeed if you can't be bothered to know about that. It is alright. I think you will be familiar with Sacramentum very soon. The garden to the west, you will find an enchanted portal, and it will carry you to Sacramentum. There, you will take command of what is left of our colony. You will rebuild our forts, raise forces, and reclaim the land that we have lost. The people of Sacramentum don't want us to serve them, then why should I force them to? Because you are a princess of Haven, your responsibility is to the people of Haven to provide safety and security. That is the sacred task of our family. The 3 lands of Sacramentum signed treaties with us. They promised us things, and they did not deliver. We cannot allow this. Take over a whole continent? Me? Of course, you are a princess of Haven. That is the job you were born to do. It's what you do to earn the wealth you were born into. You will have all the resources you need. You must provide the orders and the will. That is alright. Haven still has loyal servants there. They will greet you and teach you all you need to know. I know the prospect is painful, but you might also be helped by reading a book or 2. Well, she already said why. My child, you're getting old and time runs shorter than you know. Your true life must begin. This is the only solution. The portal waits for you. I accept your request. Mother looks you in the eye. You can't tell what she sees. What are you thinking, Pineapple, truly? Well, it doesn't matter. I always thought I saw greatness in you. Let's see if I was right. You hear a click from the door to the west. It is now unlocked. Portal is waiting. Oh, my child, I wish the best for you. Good fortune. Press the gear button to save and load, change settings, and quit. Oh, there's the world map, okay. Continent of Sacramentum, but I guess I'm not here yet. This is where I'm going, right? Okay. Stumble out into the West Hall, dazed, nothing seems real. You wonder if this is all some prank, and you see your sister waiting for you just ahead. You see the look on her face. This is entirely real. Wait a second. She teleported! I don't remember seeing her pass through. Well, alright then. Delia is waiting for you in the hall to the portal. As usually, she is infuriatingly concerned about your well-being. Pineapple, how are you? Are you all right? I don't know. She firmly grabs you by the hand. Focus, Pineapple. Only minutes remain. Soon you will be in a wild land. You have so much training, so much potential. Steel yourself. Someone just kills me. Your mother is not so careless. You have had powerful protective enchantments placed on you, one after another, starting from birth. You'll find you are powerful and very hard to kill. It's a small advantage, but I think you will need it. When can I come home? I don't know. I know there is a portal in Sacramentum. You can use it to speak with us, to get information and advice. I believe you will be able to use it to get home eventually. You may need to find help to recharge it. Until then, you will have to deal with Sacramentum. I will need your advice. When you find the portal, you can talk to us, all three of us. We want you to succeed. We love you, I promise. With one hand, she wipes her eyes. With the other, she points to the west. Go. You spent much of your childhood playing in this garden. The stone portal to the north was always closed. You hid behind it 1,000 times. It was to be used for emergencies or missions of great importance. This is the very first time you have seen it open for you. Your brother stands by it. Its raw energy makes his hair stand up. He teleported too. Whatever. I can go in here. Like a shield, please. Don't mind if I do. It's a little bit weird design to tell you to not go checking doors because they're all locked. But then if you go check this very last door, get your shield and your money and such. I feel like it's sending me mixed messages about how I should be going out of my way to explore. Suitor waits by the portal with his stupid grin. You give him a good look. No, he's not faking it. He is truly enjoying this. Oh, cheer up, Pineapple. This is going to be glorious, you'll see. Adventures, exploration, the thrill of command. All with the full power and support of the Haven behind you. I could just refuse, you know. Nope. I'll throw you through the portal if I have to. We've kept you a child too long. It's time. Before you go, I have some advice. I don't know exactly where you're going to arrive. Find our remaining fort as soon as you can. Take command. You are their ruler. Always act like it. The Queen has already sent ships to Sacramentum. There are supplies, soldiers, everything you'll need. You will, however, have to find those ships and give them a safe place to land. When you have forces, you will find the three nations of Sacramentum and remind them of their debt to us. They will trade with and support us again. They swore to support Haven, and then they cheated us. We will take what they promised. I gotta be straight with you. I'm getting a little bit exhausted with that voice. My throat is getting... But it's so fitting of that disgusting face. My face is much prettier. Yeah. That's so smooth, so powerful. I could use more training and equipment. No, enough talk. You have a sword and a good night's sleep. There's no better way to begin a great adventure. He grabs your shoulder. My sister, I believe in you. When I'm king, I look forward to your support, and I will pay you well for it. Off you go. Alright then. Stumble through the dusty room, trying to clear your head. Magical teleportation is infamous for causing dizziness and splitting headaches. You regain your senses and look around. You are in a fort. The walls are rough wood. This is a prison. Posts with chains line the walls, waiting for prisoners awaiting judgment. It's late at night and mostly quiet. Did I just teleport to the inside of a cell? Emerge and get a look at the rest of the fort. You've landed in the right place. Soldiers of Haven built this place, however. Most of the buildings have crumbled or been torn down for firewood. They will have to be rebuilt. There are no people in sight. You hear a shout. Something is happening to the northeast. North is up. You need to get permission, or you can order buildings to be. Okay. The main hall of this fort remains standing, old and worn down, but intact. The chief of the fort stands out front, her back to the door, sword drawn. She is facing two brigands, shaggy brutes in leather jerkins, stalking her, daggers out. One of them says, "You know you've been giving payments to Brandon. The rusty barb will have its share, Miranda. You have never been too involved in the ways of Haven, but it's hard to see this treatment of your soldier and not be annoyed." The brigand doesn't hear you. He says to the chief, "Put that sword away, even if you kill us. Glokar will just send 20 more and you know it." You clear your throat again. All three of them turn to look at you. Leave her be. The brigands laugh. "Oh my, you're a hero for that, kid. We'll take your sword and your clothes." Chief Miranda stares at their back. She's doing some very quick calculating. Guess it's good I was able to warm up and attack. As you lunge forward, Miranda attacks at the same time. She's the chief of the fort, manager, not a fighter. Happily, she seems competent with the brigands are dead. Miranda gives each of them a good kick, and we'll see the Glokar next. She turns to you, kneels, and bows her head. "I don't want to presume, but I think you... Are you... I am the princess, and I've been sent to help you." Chief Miranda rises, but her head stays bowed. "I am so honored and relieved. The colony here is a disaster. Near total loss. Has help come at last?" "I'm here to investigate. Then I will decide what to do." Chief Miranda nods. "That is all I can ask for. I think you find that our situation here is very, very, very bad. Please come to my office. I will tell you all you want to know. Gossip of all you do will spread around the colony and find its way back to the Queen. For example, what you just said will make the Havenites trust you a little more. Words will affect how other characters treat you. Lead on." She rises, turns, and enters the main hall. The building is old and worn. It may be the very first structure of Haven's colony in Sacramento. Interesting trivia for the historians. The portal chamber is to the left. You see the chief, Miranda, waiting in her office to the right. Best of all, your butler, Stonehouse, is waiting by the stairs. He was sent ahead of you. At least you will have some comfort while you are here. Leave the building, select the doors behind you. To go upstairs, select the stairwell. You found the portal home. That's good news. The bad news is that it is closed. When you get close to the ruined stone doors, your hair stands up on end and you can hear whispers. However, it does not open. You can use it to speak to people back home if they listen. You won't be able to use it to get home until it is restored. Stonehouse will tell you when to use a portal to talk to someone. Visit frequently. You can eventually restore it. You learn how to improve. That's kind of weird. What's going on there? Among all the miseries of being sent to Sacramentum, there is one bright spot. Stonehouse, your butler, handsome man, since you were a small child, has been sent to look after you. It's mournful as always. Hello, young princess. As always, I await your command. You came with me. I'm so glad. I don't know who you are. Of course, princess. When your brother flung me through the portal, I thought of nothing but my duty. Don't worry, I'll get us out of this mess. I'm most reassured. Your brother seemed most insistent that you start, doing things. I have a job for you, do I? Mother sent me to tend to your needs. There's a certain image Haven's envoys need to project when dealing with our vassals. How may I be of service? My hair is unsightly. I need a trim. Stonehouse produces a pair of scissors and a towel. He sets you up on a chair by the wall and makes you presentable. Okay. That's all I need. I will keep everything in order. Miranda gestures for you to enter. I am sorry to be eager, princess. This is a day of great events. Before we killed them, the deserters told me something you will need to know about it, I think. Miranda invites you to sit in her least dirty chair. Stonehouse enters and prepares tea as you speak. You, Stonehouse. As I said, the brigands told me something before the stabbing. Some news, glorious news, for someone who just slaughtered 2 thugs. Well, she slaughtered one of them, I slaughtered the other, but this is getting into details. She is in a good mood. The chief here clearly tends to optimism. Are you alone here? Not entirely. There are a few warriors left. It's just that none of them are in the fort right now. I'm sort of glad that you arrived when you did. What is the news? Ships at last. 3 boats have come from Haven. They wait just offshore at Greatport to the north. But they can't land, alas. The brigands have taken the port, and they have siege weaponry pointed out to sea. They arrived today. How long does it take for a boat to get here? About 3 months with good weather. 3 months? Is that how long your mother has been planning to send you here? Why don't they land at another port? There is no other friendly port. The Ukatish, the Vol, and the Ariel are pushing us out. We need some of the force of Haven to get them to obey the treaties again. What's on the ships? I don't know, but I dream. Warriors, wood and stone, alchemists, and artisans. Everything we need to make this a proper colony again. You want something from me. Before our ships can land, Greatport must be retaken. Difficult by sea, but easy from land. Do that, and we can begin restoring the colony and reclaiming Sacramentum. And then we can escape, Stonehouse mutters quietly. I like that guy. I like Stonehouse. I'm to retake the port, I will need warriors. Of course, I have only 3 left, but they are all at your disposal. Retaking them will leave us undefended for a time. Marvelous, says Stonehouse. It's a necessary risk. Only 3. Oh, princess, we've had a very hard time of it here the last few years. Now that you have returned, though, we might be able to recruit more. End this conversation and learn how to recruit warriors. To edit your party, let's make characters who will want to recruit 3 other characters to go with you on your adventure. Press the edit party button. Press the checkmark to the right of a character to add to your group. You can also make characters for your roster. If you build a fort in another nation, you will be able to recruit characters from there. These will have new special abilities. what am I gonna name him? Um, uh, uh, okay, but now where do I get some clothes for these two, huh? Clothes seems like an important thing to have. Stonehouse has set up this bedroom for you. It's crude, but it's clean. You make a noble effort to look for good qualities. You fail. It's terrible here. Want to make time go forward quickly. It's bad. Ah, here we go. Can I get her some clothes, maybe? It's just immodest. See, there's clothes there. There's a workshop where the fort does business and keeps records. There are a few books on pedestals. At least there is some civilization in this ruin. A sage, dressed in tattered and unfashionable robes, goes about his business. He hasn't noticed you yet. He might be helpful, if for nothing else, in activating the portal to get home. Reading a book. The Empire of Haven. Haven is one of the greatest powers in the known lands. It is an empire and not shy about admitting it. Its conquests are not gained by war, usually, but by diplomacy, cunning, and clever use of its small but highly disciplined military and powerful wizards. In its early days, Haven was one of many small, wild, violent city-states, more disciplined, more cautious, but still one of many. Haven has its own warriors and wizards. They fight, and very well. However, there are not enough of them to conquer the world by force of arms, thus it is by alliances that Haven grows. That is why Haven's symbol is the scroll. Haven makes deals and it lives by them. Haven buys the independence of smaller powers, and it is brutal when they try to regain it. Sacramentum. It's the year 530 of the Empire. 100 years earlier, the ships of Haven discovered the continent of Sacramentum. It was a small land occupied by 3 squabbling nations. It was simple for Haven to play them against each other, drawing tribute from each of its 3 new vassal states in return for protection against the others. Wow, talk about a colonialism. Sacramentum was one of Haven's smaller possessions, but valued nonetheless for its unique crafts. Queen Sharon even visited it in her youth in year 491, almost 40 years earlier. Then, 20 years ago, early in Sharon's reign, Haven's colony in Sacramentum failed. Haven's crops died. Its livestock sickened as one of the 3 nations of Sacramentum closed their gates to Haven soldiers and refused to provide trade and tribute. The walls of Haven's forts began to crumble. It was as if the soil itself turned against our empire. Or, maybe the people who were actually living there weren't very happy about Haven doing colonialism. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a politician. Such an insult must never be borne by Haven, but other matters forced Sharon to delay her response. Many have quietly waited for her to reclaim her fallen colony. This loss happened under her watch, and she has seemed eager to reverse it. True founders of Haven created this pattern of their domination. Look for lands full of small, warring powers, ally with the most powerful, and give it the magic and weaponry needed to defeat its enemies. In return, once this chosen faction takes power, demand trade and partial control of that nation, making it a vassal state. If the nation ever tries to back out of the deal, ally with one of its rivals and help Haven's new friend destroy the disobedient former vassal state. Then demand loyalty from the shattered nation that remains. Sacramentum once contained 3 vassal states, Ukat, Ariel, and Levol. The calamity happened. These peoples violated their treaties and expelled Haven. What the heck is the calamity, then? Sage Harlan. You meet one of the many sages of Haven who gather knowledge about all of your lands and vassal states. Usually they reside in colleges or cities, not in dirty, besieged forts like this one. He recognizes you the moment he sees you. He gives you a grand, deep kneel. Welcome to this unhappy fort, Princess. I am Sage Harlan. All of my knowledge is at your disposal. I need rest and equipment. I need clothes for this dude. As soon as your butler arrives, we arrange the best possible quarters for you. They are across the hall. You can rest in your bed. Weaponry and other equipment was left in the chest. I want to know about the 3 nations. I know much and can guide you well. However, we lack the strength to help you deal with those powers. To regain what we have lost, you may need to talk to Chief Miranda downstairs. Okay. I need clothes. I need clothes. This is improper, y'all. So where am I going now? To the port? Where's the port? North, right? West log. Let's recruit some warriors. I did that. Miranda leans forward, shaking with excitement. It's fair your arrival is the first bit of hope she's had in years. I enlisted help. What now? The time to strike is now, while Conqueror's thugs are unready. Where do I find them? Leave this fort and go north to Great Port, destroy Conqueror's brigands. Then our ships can land safely. We need to make the way safe for them. We can't afford to lose a single ship. Why is it called Great Port? Don't know. Haven always names stuff grandly. It makes us seem more impressive. I could use better equipment. Look in the chest. I did. I think you might find something of value. I didn't find clothes. Should I deal with the brigands? They have tormented me for years. I hate them. I recommend stabbing. I'm a chief. I'm trained more for planning and engineering than fighting. When we get stone, I can help to turn it into stronger walls. I promise I can be more useful to you here. You note that when the conversation turns to heroism, Stonehouse always finds some reason to be out of the room. That's all kind of things. Gotta go north. Got to go to the port place, I suppose. Pretty funny walking animation. Budget art. You emerge from the fort and survey the countryside. You see havenish farmhouses and fields of crops. It seems alright at first, but the crops are patchy and sickly. The farmers move around nervously, ready to be attacked by bandits at any moment. The people of Haven always put up a brave front, but the subtle details tell you that this colony is in great peril. To the north, there is a great bay. The docks are barely visible. That is this colony's gateway to the rest of the world. You need to control it. This? You go inside? I want to raid the house for flipping clothes, man. There's refuse spread all over the grove. You look it over, it's just trash. What's that all about then? Are those, farmers. They're farmers, okay. Are a pathetic lot, all but enslaved by the brigand gangs. When you get close, they run away. They don't want the robbers to think that they're helping you. Alright, alright, alright. To the north, you see Great Port. On the Spiderweb Sea. This is Haven's main port, the only one on Sacramentum it fully controls. Did fully control, I suppose. It is the choke point for all trade with the rest of Haven. It is the lifeline for your people here, and it has fallen. It is a sad testimony to how far your colonies have fallen here, that it has been taken over by brigands. If you can't reclaim it, you will have no chance of success in these regions. You approach Great Port, the main docks controlled by Haven. This is where supplies and goods can be shipped in and out of Sacramentum without interference from the vassal states. There are no Haven soldiers in sight. A tall stone customs hall is next to the docks. Most of the brigands are probably hiding in there. Okay, I better watch out for the stone customs hall. Sorry, spider. Why you gotta attack me like that, though, huh? These combat animations are something else. The bounce, 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 bounce when they walk around. The why the heck not, huh? Wait, what? Okay. How do I deselect the action once I selected it if I want to change my mind? Ah, that must be where the brigands are hiding. Oh, there's some.
Ugh.
Am I already gonna die? I think I need to run for my fucking life. It's not good.
Ugh.
Alright, I'm okay. Maybe. See, should I go back to the fort to heal up? The enemies respawn if I do that? I don't know. But I don't like those health bars, so I'm going back to the fort to try and heal up. What's that all about? Several shabby armed warriors are stalking the road looking for prey. You can tell that they aren't Haven soldiers from a long way away. They approach, the arrogance fades the moment they see the insignia on your chest. Oh, we're just travelers. Let me go by now. What are you doing here? We're watching for brigands. Terrible scum brigands. Robbing people on the road, just terrible. We're keeping them away until Havens comes back, and here you are. So we'll be going now. Leave and don't come back. We'll go. You don't want anything about the Conqueror either. He's in there. Point to the port to the north. He's real scum. We'll be going now. They run away terrified. It's amusing. Kill me, please. I'm healed. Okay, let's see if the enemies are still dead or if they respawn. Ah, they're still dead. That's nice. 4 large ballistas point out to the sea, a modest but effective defense for the port. No ships will be able to safely land here as long as the port remains under the control of the brigands. How do I pass turn then? Okay.
Oh!
You pull on the warehouse doors with all your might, but they don't budge. They knock and nobody answers. Odd. Alright, I guess we're going into the scary place now. Try to open the door to the dock barracks, but it's barred from the inside. Ah, good time to stop and read a book, y'all. How Not to Get Hit, a tactical guide. The military of Haven is rich in healers of both the magical and non-magical variety. However, the power of even the most skilled healer cannot keep up with the damage a skilled opponent can dish out. That is why Haven's warriors should find ways to prevent their opponents from attacking at all. For physical warriors, attacks with stunning and knockback can prevent foes from attacking you. For magicians, terror and slowing effects can save you from much suffering. Summoned allies can keep your foes at a distance. The infamous Shockwave spell can prevent entire groups from attacking. Finally, if you are lucky enough to recruit an aerial mage, you can gain the ability to charm your foes, and this can be devastating. This office was where merchants came to register shipments and pay tariffs. The brigands tore through here looking for wealth and found nothing and left the room behind. This hall also quartered travelers and guards. There are sure to be quarters and kitchens here. The rest of the raiders must be hiding somewhere within. Swap between melee and missile weapons. Okay. Uh-oh. That wolf gonna try to hurt me. Oh. Not okay with that. wolves should be my friends, not their friends. Alright? This game sucks. Not happy. Why you gotta attack me, doggo? Sorry. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, doggo is stunned. No. I'm just gonna lug a bunch of stone and wood around, huh? More wolves. Okay with this. Sorry, doggo. Now these bug humans, I got no problem with these, you know, letting them. The doggos don't deserve that. Doggos. Uh-oh. Okay. There's no permadeath then, I guess. Sorry, doggo. I like how my main character can fall in combat and it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I can just run back and everything will be alright. Why the heck not? Anyway, she was hurting doggos. She was hurting those doggos, so I'm gonna say she got what the heck she deserved. I still don't understand why the doggos are friends with the frickin' brigands and not friends with me. It's not fair. That is terrible game design. It's unforgivable. Oh, these guys respawned. Okay. Well, the doggo's back. I guess that's a good thing. Gonna have to hurt the doggo again though, huh? Dingus game design is what that is. Stop invading my crap, dude. Ugh.
Oh!
Sorry, don't.
Oh! Oh!
There is a box by the by the north wall, bulging with goods. The brigands stored some of their stolen goods here. You take gold or building materials from a box, you immediately add them to your supplies. Other items need to be kept in your backpack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guess this is where crap gets real, huh? Brigands you've met so far have been exactly what you expected. Drunken, violent louts, deserters and cretins, the sort of fools who would stand against Haven. You have cornered their leader in this back hall, and he is exactly like the others, just bigger and drunker. He lurches down the hall towards you, roaring, "I am Conqueror! This is my port! Soon this will be my colony! Who are you?" Ahem. That's my drunken brigand voice. I hope you enjoyed it. Uh, I am Pineapple. Well, Pineapple, you are doomed. I mean, doomed. You will pay for that is. Finally recognizes it. He looks up at you, the expected fear finally showing in his eyes. Princess, you're the princess being here. It's just a poor place. Why did you take over the fort? Did I not say this colony is mine now? You abandoned it, left us for years. You lost your claim, now it's mine when I get new warriors, I guess. So tell me about yourself. I was a guard, came from another Vassal state, get rich in Sacramento, they said. I found a waste, now this waste will be mine. You have no claim to it. I am the princess and it's time for you to go. No! Years! Spent years getting the warriors, getting weapons, making them brave. This will be my new nation. Nation of Conqueror. You can't take it from me now. I'll be a king. Give the port back and you'll live. Nope. He's the king now. Here's trapped on this continent have left Clocar entirely deranged. We will unseat your queen starting now! Okay.
Oh!
Bye. Bye now. So with that dude's damage resistance. There were way too many of these guys. He evaded my crap, man.
Ugh.
way in the options to disable this. It's really annoying. Can't navigate the friggin' menu buttons without scrolling all over the place. um... Cloakar directly assaulted a colony of Haven and attacked its warriors, not to mention its princess. Haven has always given such outrages one punishment, and you have just delivered it. Your mother put you in a situation where you had to defend this colony to survive. Now you have done the Empire's work. Woo! I'm a colonizer! Colonializer. A colonialistism. Colonialismist thing. Or a thingamajig. Yeah. Just add more wood to the stuff that's I don't know, just in a bag of holding or something. How am I gonna get some frickin' clothes, huh? Wait, there's another chest right there. Still no clothes. Ever, man. Bite you in the buff if I have to. Alright, back to the place then, I guess. Nice if I could click on the map to move to a place. As you leave Greatport, the ships from Haven dock behind you, disgorging goods and workers. Looking back, you see 3 full battalions of fine Haven soldiers emerge from the docks. They immediately follow their orders. They march down the road past you, saluting as they go, and head west, south, and east. You will need your support to deal with the 3 nations there. Your mother is giving you her full support. Often when you reclaim a town, the situation inside it will change. Enter Greatport now, you will receive a very different greeting. Something that Avernum, Escape from the Pit, had is, even though there wasn't music really, there were ambient noises like town bustle and such. It'd be nice if this place had that too. Watch your step. I need your help. Fritz Bonlon. You see a familiar face, sort of, the smiling young man in fine Havenite clothes. Before it was Havenish, now it's Havenite? Okay. Usually carries a clipboard. A noble of Haven, but you can't quite remember his name or how you met. When he sees you, his bright face turns to beaming. He rushes over. Pineapple! I heard you were sent to put all to right here. What a grand adventure! When you fail to recognize him, he graciously reminds you with a bow. Fritz Bonlon. What are you doing here? Straight to the point. A princess with determination. I love it. Great optics. When our queen requested royal volunteers for Sacramentum, my father thought it a splendid idea that I join to advance Haven's and my family's interest. How do you plan to advance your interests? His smile vanishes as he turns coy. I've been meaning to come to you for an audience, but this will do as well. With your permission, of course, I would start by reclaiming our old home in Kelleran. Do I have your sanction? 'Sanction' 'sanction'. 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 ' Sure. For Haven's sake, you have my permission to reclaim your home and kill it. Excellent. I knew you'd see the advantage of helping me reestablish the Bonlon family here. I'm gonna help him do a recolonization. However, I heard Kelleran is not yet safe for Havenites. Something about a rogue deserter that must be dealt with first. I'll head off once you've been there to show them what's what. Go do it yourself. The dockmaster Amory is standing on duty, waiting by the large set of scales. When he sees you, he kneels. Princess, we are honored. I am Amory. Thank you for your help landing our ships. I hope the supplies and soldiers are to your liking. We will be here waiting to serve you. It's the status of the docks. Rough needs a lot of repairs, sweeping and mopping up messes, clearing the pests out of the warehouses. We will have everything at full strength soon. Sounds like things are being taken care of. Of course, Princess, the Queen considers the Sacramentum project of great importance. Where'd you come from? From Haven. I'm a civilian. 10 years service on the docks of our empire. Did you choose to come here? Of course, like all good Havenites, I'm eager to help regain what we have lost. We will avenge the insult we received and maybe get rich along the way. That's all for now, thanks. Whatever happened to the locked warehouse, I wonder? Ah, I can go in here now, and there's... oh, there's stairs. And there's the door. Okay, came all this way for a door, that's fine. That's fine. This poorly ventilated room is full of thick herbal smoke. You cough and feel woozy as you enter. There's movement in the south end of the room behind the cookpot. Someone cackles, "Ah! You have found me! You can't have the Fort Tobacco! Clar says it's mine! Mine!" As the figure moves closer, you hear an odd sound to the east. It's bones scraping on bone. Oh. To fight them, okay. Fine. If you want to fight, why the heck not? Oh, there's skeletons! Holy crap. The dodging skeletons. Crap. 4 skeletons. How many frickin' skeletons are there? Stop dodging my crap, Mr. Skeletons. This potion has soured. You haven't built enough apothecaries to maintain it. What does that mean, then? Okay, but it'll still heal, I guess. Alright. See, back to the fort, I suppose. you return to Fort Haven, things are already very different. When the ships landed at Great Port, soldiers rushed out. Some bore weapons, others pulled wagons full of equipment. They got here ahead of you and have already started to work. You hear warriors drilling, nails being hammered into wood, shouts and cheers. Queen Sharon made sure this expedition was well planned. You think you had best see how Chief Miranda is doing. Now use the world map to fast travel to locations you have already found. When you enter her office, Miranda is so overwhelmed with enthusiasm that she almost forgets to kneel to you. Oh, Princess, it is amazing. Are you responsible for all of these new soldiers and supplies? Great. I gained a level. Characters have more health and energy, and their abilities and attacks will be more effective. You tell the tale of your epic kinda assault on the port and battle with Clocar. Chief Miranda is envious that she could not witness it. Even better, the ships have landed and delivered their goods. We have many resources now. The rebuilding can begin. So what has arrived exactly? So many things. I will explain what it all is and how to use it. The first thing we'll work with is the stone and the wood. Many soldiers came off the ships. Where did they go? There were 3 battalions on those ships. They split up and went to each of the 3 nations surrounding us. The Ukatish, the Vol, and the Ariel are in for an ugly surprise. Enough resources to prepare the portal home. I don't know much about portals. Sage Harlan upstairs knows more about that. I don't take her with me. So now what? We need to start rebuilding this fort. It will be a good base for the operations to come. You are the princess, so you will direct what is to be built, and I will make it happen. With your permission, I will need to give you some advice for how rebuilding works. How do I direct the rebuilding? So many of our buildings crumbled from neglect or were torn down for materials. Workshops and stalls, we need space to build shops. Each place that can be rebuilt has a stone marker next to it. I will make wood available. Go outside and select a marker. I will have our laborers get to work. I gained 4 of whatever that is. Select these stone markers to rebuild buildings and stalls. In workshops to equip your character. Place them in buildings. I'll go outside. Use 2 stone markers and choose to rebuild 2 buildings. Stalls rebuild each will cost 2 wood. there's nothing in here yet, I guess. Chief Miranda sits at her desk, surrounded by maps, ledgers, rosters, and the like. She is eager to help. Handed that a building is built. That is a bare space, now we need to fill it with something. Blacksmiths, weavers, woodworkers, even brewers. The more we have, the more money we can make, and the better equipment will be available. Now you can redirect us to build these shops. How do I replace our lost shops? First, we need to turn supplies into equipment. Give the command and I will turn our resources into a shop. The most urgent things to defend ourselves are a blacksmith and an apothecary. Miranda makes more resources available and the conversations how to buy shops. When you have bought a smithy and an apothecary, talk to Miranda again. Press that button. It's a shop, you first need to buy it. You really need a blacksmith and apothecary. Okay. Apothecary, alright then. Buy metal weapons and armor. Upkeep costs, what's that all about now? Making enchanted. Guess that's for health potions. Touch. I could use some clothes. Use some clothes. Shields, bows, wands, and staves. Orders for soldiers. Reduces theft of your resources. There are gonna be people stealing my resources. Not okay with that. Bought the smithy and apothecary. Excellent. The final thing to do is say where they will be built. Your trials are almost complete. Go to the building or stall you rebuilt. You can also place a shop in the northeast tower. Rebuild our smithy and our apothecary. Make all sorts of decorative furniture. You can plant trees if you are inclined. You can do a lot of decorating. It won't help in your battles, though. Stonehouse mutters, this fort desperately needs decoration, but then I have go to one of the buildings you rebuilt. You can then place your blacksmith and apothecary. Press the place buildings button. Select the shop and select the space where you want it to go. Can't center it! God dang it. When you visit the blacksmith, here you can buy fine new weapons and armor. You can also turn excess equipment into gold. You can also install augments and runes into your weapons and armor. Yeah. augments and runes who are alchemists. Augments improve armor and protect you. Runes improve weapons and helmets and make you stronger. In battle, the smith gives you a rune. Attach that to an item for you. You can also remove augments and runes that cost you money. Just ask. Finally, some clothes. How about that? I think I have enough wood to so go here, right? Can't center it. Oh, jerk. Okay. Alright. You now have a smithy and an apothecary. Marvelous. Mm. After cowering in this fort for so long, we can finally repay the other nations for the insults they have given us. Don't stop building, though. Each sort of shop will give you valuable advantages when you rebuild our 6 lost forts. In the other nations, more shops will give you even better equipment. Oh, and if you didn't already, speak to the alchemist and start getting potions. What can I build? So many shops. Woodworkers for better bows and shields, weavers for better robes and cowls and bigger backpacks, mills and breweries to earn money. There are many options to play with. Maybe a challenge. Sage Harlan can restore it, but it will take a lot of materials, far more than we have now. Finally, through giving you advice, you know enough to restore Sacramentum to its rightful place as Hyben's colony. I can still give you a lot of information. For example, if you want to fight to regain our mines and quarries, I can suggest places to go. I may also sometimes need your help with a major decision. Please come and see me often. I would be honored. Great work can begin. It's been so hard watching the arrogant Ariel, the greedy Vole, the vengeful Katesh. They owe us so much. Then, the moment our land was cursed, we were weak. They broke every agreement with us. We are back. Queen Sharon is supporting us. We will make them pay. Please come check in with me as you expand our colony. I can give you valuable information and direct you to places where you can greatly increase our strength. There are multiple opportunities near us to gain resources and reclaim our land. Since you came here to fight, I can suggest where you might improve our strength with minimal effort or risk. About our lands, by the way. This is somewhat embarrassing. Another of our towns has fallen out of our control. It is called Tamely to the northeast. They stopped communicating with us some months ago. It's a great shame, as they were one of our best quicksilver processors. Might be wise to go there and see if they are all right. The town is lost. As I said, they stopped sending quicksilver. I sent 2 soldiers to investigate, and they did not return. I stopped sending anyone. I just didn't have the forces to spare. I don't know what's wrong. However, they are close to the woods of the Ariel. The Ariel have many strange sorts of magic. Their mages make odd creatures. They play the minds of others. Someone might be making a very nasty prank on Haven. I hope not. They may not have been given a choice in whatever happened. I only hope that they are still alive. So, I'm enjoying this game so far. It's pretty good. It's got some rough edges, but I'm enjoying it. But I'm gonna go get myself some food. Maybe I'll stream this again sometime. Thank you for watching.